Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Kevin from Anemic Studios, and I'm showing you a quick video here on how to create your own snare samples just by using a snare top, snare bottom, and overhead. Nothing else blended in whatsoever. This is just straight from raw. And let's get into it. So the way I usually start to do it is just get my snare top, and this is what it's going to sound like. Bring it back a little bit here. I'm just going to start off by just EQing a little bit. Okay, so I've just kind of made it sound a little deeper by lifting some of the lows, cutting out some of the low mids, boosting some of the high mids, and just giving it a bit of air. And then I'll compress it. Now this is giving it a little bit of character, a little bit of energy, making it a bit more aggressive. And speaking of energy, the main things that I like with snare sounds is to make them sound energetic, lively, noisy. Because with just a normal snare top, it's really hard to take something like that and make it sound much bigger, so to speak. So, I mean, the ways I like to go about it is by using some distortion and by just doing this. We're able to add some aggression, some noise. You get a bit more of the rattle. It just sounds a bit more aggressive. And then using the clipper, we're really making it sound like it's being hit hard. Okay, so then what I do, I duplicate that track, and I drag everything over to make it exactly the same. Apart from this one, what I'm going to do is just try to make it short and snappy by using a gate and the transmod plugin. So let me bypass that for a second. So the transmod, okay, you just fuck with a lot of these parameters, and we just make it kind of short and snappy by using the overshoot. And then I use another gate to really make it short. See? All right, so then I'll duplicate that snare top again. Apart from this time, I'm going to make it, I just want the noise off the snare, the energy, the ring out. And I'm just going to do that by adding in this gate. Put a trim on it and get the lows back up. So this is distorting it. This is making it just really noisy. And there you go. There's my 3 little blended ones right there. So then we'll just add in the snare bottom itself, and I'll EQ it. Add some compression, and I'll blend that in. So that's sounding really nice. Now, I'm sending all these to a snare bus, and on this snare bus, I'm going to further manipulate the sound by just starting off with a multiband compressor. Just to tighten up those low mids again. It really gives it a nice thickness. And then this is just kind of fine-tuning things a little. And then I'll compress it. So now it's gluing everything together nicely. And then I'll add the clipper back in. All right, so now that's sounding really nice. I'm really liking the sound of that. What I'll do now, this is a really cool trick that I can't take credit for. I read this a couple years back, I think, and it was from somebody from Glow in the Dark Studios with this really, really cool trick of getting a room sound by just using the snare bottom mic. So if you haven't recorded your drums in a room and you really want to get that kind of sound, this is a really cool little trick if you haven't seen it yet. So you'll take your snare bottom and you'll duplicate it. Okay, and I think the reason why I use the snare bottom is because it's kind of got like an even amount of lows and highs, so it gives a nice picture of the overall drum kit. And we'll use the Reverb plugin by using the Tiled Room preset. it in here? Yeah, it's right there. And then I'll EQ it a little bit. And then I'm going to compress it. Really slam the fuck out of it. So now when I, let me just switch this the other way around. Blend these in. We've really got a nice convincing room sound. And it sounds really, really nice. Right, so then we can just take our overhead track and blend that in as well. Just EQ it a little bit. Again with a compressor. And there we go. Now we can add in some reverb. Let's turn this down a bit. Just put that on, control. And that's it, guys. That's a pretty cool snare sample from just really quickly, just using the snare top, snare bottom, and an overhead track. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have fun with it, guys, and stay tuned for some more.